Good to see you. Thank you for being with us. I don't even know what to say. I'm kind of speechless about what's going on in the United States Senate. Disregarding everything that Heidi just said about the fact that there's no basis for this and it probably won't succeed, there is remarkable damage to us and our democracy and our trust in institutions that 12 United States senators are going along with this. There's a word we use in Canada. I can't say it on TV. Nonsense, I'll call it.
Yeah. Ali, well, first of all, it's wonderful to be with you as always. I really appreciate your voice and your show. And of all the damage that's been done in 4 years, and there's been a lot of it, this is the worst, right? I mean, because we're at a point now where basically we've got 12 United States senators, Republicans saying, doesn't matter how people voted, just doesn't matter. We've decided we want Donald Trump, or at minimum, we're too weak to stand up to him, which I think is part of what this is all about. It's like the bully is going to bully them one more time. And so, for instance, in Michigan, where Joe Biden and Kamala Harris won by over 154,000 votes this time, where they brought 8 different lawsuits, none of them had any standing whatsoever and were thrown out. We know 60 lawsuits across the country, including the Supreme Court rejecting them, and yet it doesn't matter. And unfortunately, it does matter. And so I think about today at noon, we're going to be going in, and their colleagues are going to be sworn in now for the next Congress. And 4 of the folks on that list of 12 are new members, going to put their hand in the Bible, lift up their hand, and they're going to swear allegiance to the Constitution of the United States of America. And then on Wednesday, they're going to go in and violate the Constitution of the United States of America. So are they suggesting their election shouldn't count? We should not swear any of them in for 10 days for something to be happening here in terms of an audit? The folks reelected who are being sworn in today. I mean, we all know it's absurd. It is the worst kind of stunt because it damages people's belief in our Constitution, our democracy, and people around the world look at us and say, what's going on in America? The only good news is Donald Trump lost. He is not going to be president. And January 20th is the day I'm counting as Happy New Year.
I want to ask you about the problem that really, if we weren't worrying about this, we should be worrying about, that every Democratic, every Republican senator, every senator should be thinking about, and that's coronavirus, that's coronavirus relief, that's ending this pandemic. Your mother was a nursing director at a local hospital. All we see every single day are frontline workers, healthcare workers, nurses, and doctors. They are literally crying. They can't take it anymore. They are the last people who see dying people, not their families. That's where all of our attention needs to be today.
There's no question, Ali. And I have to tell you, I grew up in a small rural community in northern Michigan. Mom was director of nursing. Mom at 94 is still actively engaged and was a nurse for over 40 years and knows exactly what we're talking about here. First of all, our nurses and doctors are exhausted, absolutely exhausted, and they need our help in every way, both getting the vaccines to as many of them and as many of Americans as humanly possible. They frankly also could use a pay raise. You know, this $2,000 that Mitch McConnell wouldn't bring up on the floor of the United States Senate. And by the way, I wish the people that are objecting on Wednesday to our democracy would take that same energy and put it into fighting for people to get $2,000 checks. I wish the 2 senators from Georgia would come back and have been fighting on the floor for Georgians for those $2,000 checks. But these people on the front lines, they need our help and support. They need us to do the right thing by protecting ourselves and others and wearing a mask and so on. But they also need our support for them. They've got kids. They're trying to figure out how to Zoom schooling from home and address childcare and all the other issues that people have to address. And when you look at that $2,000 that we're talking about, an awful lot of those checks would be going to them to say just a little bit of thank you. And here, we want to help you be able to continue to protect us and serve us while you are trying to keep your family together.
Senator Stabenow, thank you to your mom. Please tell her we appreciate her. When this thing is over, I'm going to hug every nurse and doctor that I ever see and thank them for everything that they always do in a thankless, nameless way to keep us alive and healthy. Senator, good to see you. May we talk many times in 2021. Senator Debbie Stabenow of Michigan.